Hey everybody, this is Zishan Mohammed. This is day number two of the cognitive distortions or the unhelpful thinking styles series that I'm doing. The one we're going to focus on today, out of the 10 here, it's called Jumping to Conclusions, and I'm going to attach the PDF or give a link to the PDF. Sorry, my daughters thought it would be fun to wrinkle this up. Um, so it's called Jumping to Conclusions, and over here, there are two key types of jumping to conclusions. Number one, mind reading, and number two, it's fortune telling. Um, Mind reading is, I'll give you an example. I get to work late and I say, my boss is going to think I am always late. So I am telling myself what she is going to think. And that is impossible. None of us knows what the other person is thinking. Even if every single sign points in that direction, we still cannot be sure of what they're thinking. So that's one of the ways we almost harm ourselves because it's normally not something positive that we assume someone else is thinking. It's something negative about ourselves. And number two is fortune telling. So I'm late to work and therefore I'm going to be fired. We think that very often. If I make a mistake, they're going to think I always make mistakes and they're going to fire me. So in that case, we did the mind reading is they're going to think something. And then because of that, they're going to do something. So something is going to happen in the future, which I have no idea, no way of knowing. And how many times have all of us perhaps assumed that something is going to happen and it didn't? And most of the time it doesn't. But the few times where it does happen, where we fortune tell or we assume something will happen in the future, we guess it will happen in the future, and it does happen. Of those few times are when we go back in our mind and fortify these thoughts and tell ourselves, see, that happened before, so it's going to happen again. And we almost remember the few times where it did happen, and we don't remember the many, many, many times where it didn't happen. Another case of this would be you go out on a dinner with a friend or a significant other, or if you're dating, and you said something you felt a little embarrassed about, or you felt like, man, I shouldn't have said that. Now that person's going to think that I am stupid. So they're going to think something, or they're going to think I'm not that intelligent, or they're going to think that I'm boring. So you're assuming what the other person is going to think. And again, no one in the world can know for a fact what the other person is going to think. And again, after that, you're going to think another aspect of the mind reading, or the step that follows mind reading usually is assuming what's going to happen as a result of what that person is going to think. So this person is going to think that I was boring or unintelligent or not interesting to talk to. And then because of that, they're not going to want to see me again. They're not going to answer my calls. And of course, after that, you might call them the next day or text them and they don't respond. And you automatically assume, see, it was because I made that comment. Or let's say they really are busy or they for some other reason they're not able to meet you. You're just going to revalidate those thoughts that you had right after that meeting with the person. And so we do this in many different ways. The goal right now, remember, is not to fix any of these thoughts. The goal is not to fix thoughts. The goal is just to notice them. We're gently bringing our awareness to these thoughts and their recurrence. Um, and so that's well, I don't know which number it is, but that's the first one we're going to discuss. There are 10 on this list. The sun is glaring in on it, so it's hard to see it, but there are 10 different types of cognitive distortions, or a simple way to think of it is unhelpful thinking styles or thinking patterns that all of us at times adhere to or utilize or fall victim to. Um, and let's work together to make 2018 a great year and improve the way we think about ourselves and about others, how our emotional capabilities improve, our emotional maturity goes up, our emotional, I can't think of the word, not strength, but um, emotional intelligence, emotional quotient, EQ is a term that's being thrown around a lot. And we're coming on the 5 minute mark. I want to keep all of these under 5 minutes. It's been a pleasure. I wish everyone the best. And this video really is for myself more than it is for anyone else. Take care and have a nice day.